Jimmy, man. We got the same thoughts? Or what? We got JxmyHighroller. We need to have a serious, important conversation about Wemby. Now, look, he didn't say serious and important in the title, but I had to add in my 2 cents because that's what this conversation entails. The league is doomed. LeBron doomed. My Celtics doomed. The Warriors, the Heat, whoever your team is, besides the Spurs, y'all doomed. This dude is coming for vengeance. And guess what, bro? I'm freaking scared. Hey, bro, let's get straight into the video. JxmyHighroller, it's been a while, man.
You know, I've watched a lot of basketball, seen a lot of players come and go. I've seen players take over the game, change the game, climb the mountain of NBA greats. I've seen a
Hold up, you notice when he said change the game, you got Curry up
players
there.
Take over the game, change the game.
You got Curry up there being a freaking GOAT.
Climb the mountain of NBA greats. I've seen a lot, but I have never in my life seen anything like Victor Wembanyama. And after what we've witnessed over the past...
a quick little disclaimer. I haven't watched the Spurs this season. Okay, so I don't know what Wemby is doing. I just heard the rumors. I heard the walls talking. And you know what the walls said to me? They said, yo, Juan, your Celtics days is numbered. Taylor needs to come back soon. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be too late. This dude dropped 40. This dude dropped 35. This dude is going ballistics. He's shooting from freaking half court. Oh, man, bro. We here now. My bad, Jimmy. My bad, bro. I ain't mean to disturb you. Go ahead. Continue your soliloquy.
Many NBA fans, including myself, are left with a question that we didn't think we'd be asking, and certainly not this early. Is Victor Wembanyama the best basketball talent we have ever seen?
A figment of our basketball imagination.
The ad begins now.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings.
I was a little late, but shout out to Jimmy. We're going to skip these, though.
Only on DraftKings. What you're about to see is a play that only one person on the planet can make.
Clowney trying to go right back at KJ. Wembanyama right there. And then again, came over late. Martin misses the 3. Champagny secures it. 2 for 1 if the Spurs want it. Wembanyama wants it. From the logo.
Wemby gets back-to-back blocks at the rim, then takes the ball coast to coast and puts in a 30-footer. If you didn't see this with your own eyes, you'd think it was a work of fiction. It isn't fair, really, for a player of Wemby's size to be able to do this. But these are not highlights. This is just what his game looks like. Like this play here, where Wemby puts on a spin move from outside the elbow and not only dunks it, he almost spun his way past the rim. Or this play here, where he has 1 foot outside of the paint on this drive. The ball already passed him at this point, and yet he somehow pins it against the glass on the opposite side. Wemby went from here to here in less than a second.
Yo, he was supposed to be the Defensive Player of the Year. And his, second season.
Or how about this play here, where Herb Jones draws Wemby away
before
from the
getting injured? Was it second season or third? I can't remember.
Victor is out of position. His back is to the ball. He's trying to guard 2 guys at the same time. Take a wild guess at how this play ends.
With a block. With a block.
Yeah, he blocked it. But of all the reality-altering plays Wemby has made in just his first week of this NBA season, there was one play in particular that had fans around the world questioning everything they knew about basketball.
Lively denied.
Yo, he shows no mercy on the blocks, though. Tween, in and out, crossover behind the... Why are we watching basketball for, man? Why? But just give him the goddamn rings. He out there on a freaking mountain with the monks kumbayaing. What superstar you know goes to the mountains with the monks, shave your head off, and really lock in your zone? Who does this? And then comes back to the league doing this? Bro, all right, let's lock in, bro. My bad, bro, my bad. I don't want to make this a long video than it already is, but my goodness. Did you not see what I just, hold up, okay, hold up. He's 7'5".
Driveway when you're 8 years old. What do you do? Wemby 3, you bet! Plus the foul!
To answer the commentator's question, there is nothing you can do. I just watched a 7'6" demigod make a 7-footer look like a child, then take him down the court to hit him with a tween crossover behind the back step back 3 for an and one. And in an instant, it felt like everything I knew about the game of basketball was wrong. We knew the concept of Victor Wembanyama. We saw the frame and the competitiveness, and we saw flashes of what he was capable of. And through his first 2 seasons, it felt like we saw where his game was heading. But what we witnessed in just his first 4 games of this season has blown the top off of all of that. Coming into the season, Victor was ranked as the 5th best player in the league, according to most sources.
Really? The 5th best is wild, but yo, this might be accurate. Like, actually.
This, to many fans, felt like a gross overestimation, especially since he was sidelined for the second half of last season. Sure, we knew he was probably going to take a leap this season, but nobody was expecting this. Through 4 games, Victor is averaging 31 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks a game on nearly 60-40-80 splits. 31, 14, and 5 while playing only 32 minutes a night. Stats that jump off the box score as an early MVP favorite.
Yo, what's the Suns' record?
What has really warped my brain over the last week is just how much his stats, as incredible as they are underselling just how monumental Wemby has been. On defense, he is a black hole. Anything that comes near him is either sent away or redirected. His 5 blocks a night aren't even capturing how offenses are legitimately avoiding him and anything around the rim.
Is he deadass? Is he averaging 5? No, he can't be. No, he's not serious.
When he's down there.
That's
in
insane.
their game against the Raptors,
no
I counted 10 different instances where a player passed up on their drive, picked up their dribble, or just avoided what should have been an easy look just because of Wemby's presence alone. 10 times. Look at this last one here. RJ Barrett blows past Devin Vassell, sees Wemby and just, here, you take it. I promise you, RJ was not planning on rifling a chest pass to his teammate standing 3 feet away from him after beating his man off the dribble. He just saw Wemby and panicked. How exactly do you measure this panic factor? Because this doesn't really show up in the box score. But you know what does? According to the NBA's head-to-head matchup tool, so far this season, Wemby has guarded 40 different players. That's about 10 different players each game. He's seen every look you can get. And in total, these 40 players shot 64 times throughout 4 games. Out of these 64 shots, they made 19 of them.
Damn.
Wemby's matchups this season have a field goal percentage of 29.7%, nearly 21% worse than when he's not guarding them. The kid is single-handedly breaking offenses. And speaking of offense, whatever he worked on with Hakeem in the offseason, it's working. The league should have terminated those workouts the moment those photos surfaced, because now it's too late and we're all in trouble.
Bro, you gotta add the monks too, man. Like, this is cool. Anybody can get this, all right? All you gotta do is pay $1 million, and you can get trained to your footwork by Hakeem Olajuwon, the dream. Pay $1 million, and boom, you got that. But not everybody can go to the mountains with the monks and kumbaya and find their inner self, find their higher being. Like, this dude's, he's an alien, literally.
Abandoning his 3-point shot selection from last season, Wemby is now working from virtually every spot on the court. He's facing up from the elbow. He's getting his back to the basket, just going over whoever's attempting to guard him. He's added this footwork to his game that is almost startling to watch, not just because of how rare this skill is in today's league, but also because no human being of his size should be able to move like that. And he's got this mid-range bag now that has really opened up his game. How exactly do you stop a player who's a good enough shooter that you have to respect his jumper and crowd him, but can also get to the rim in about 1 step from anywhere on the court? How do you stop this? How do you stop this? Oh, I know. You can't. Wemby is one hezzy pull-up away from being a KD Hakeem hybrid. And as twisted as it sounds, that still feels like I'm selling his game short. He has been playing so out of his mind this past week, it genuinely felt like there was a mass awakening among NBA fans around the world. A fracture in basketball's timeline. Am I watching the most talented player to ever touch a basketball? Not in terms of greatness or accomplishments or any of that, but just sheer ability and potential. For a brief moment, the thought did cross my mind, but I knew that was a terrible overreaction to a great opening game and opening week. But then I saw the reactions from other fans, and the more I saw, the more I realized I wasn't alone. This reaction was almost universal.
He looked at Anthony Davis and treated him like an 8th grader.
He abused them. With all due respect to AD, he abused them.
I've never thought this way about like Jokic and SGA, even LeBron, who I think is the greatest of all time. This kid is different. I hope to God he stays healthy because he has a chance to be the greatest player of all time.
I agree. And truly a talent we've probably
never seen. You got DeMarcus Cousins up there? Yo, what station is this? You got DeMarcus Cousins, Chandler Parsons? I think so. He got the Chandler Parsons cut. And you got Lou Will, Lemon Pepper, okay. And whoever this girl is.
Before, we never will again.
But what he did in that game, my eyes are seeing something that I don't think I've seen before. That 100%. I can't like compare him to anybody. For all of the years we've been watching basketball, I can't compare him to anybody.
That is a fact.
They should call him CGI because it just doesn't seem real sometimes when you're watching.
We've never seen Wemby. We've never seen no shit like Wemby.
Like, I'm watching him and I'm like, I'm not really sure how you defend it. You don't really defend this.
It broke my basketball brain.
It's hard to imagine that a 21-year-old in a league stacked with the most talent it's ever had might be the best player in the world. But then you watch him play, and the idea of him being the best is easier to imagine than his actual game itself. The best way I can describe Victor Wembanyama's game is that it feels like he's a cheat code, like he's got real life hacks and he's just shamelessly spamming them at his convenience. I know he's not cheating, but he's so unfair that it feels like he is. And personally, in all my years of watching the NBA, there's only been one other player that genuinely felt like he was hacking the game. As great as he was, LeBron, even at his peak, felt like he was still human. There were moments in the late 2000s.
No, LeBron never. Nah. I disagree with you on that. LeBron, human? Yeah, bro. I disagree with you. Yo, I know when people see the Spurs on their like team calendar, the game calendar, they be like, I know that, like, you know how teams have meetings and strategies on how to defend this person, that person, this person, that person. Bro, what do you draw up for that? Like, you just gotta pray at night, man. Like, before you go to sleep, you gotta just pray at night. Like, yo, God, I know we're gonna get the Spurs. I know you blessed Wemby with unbelievable talents, but can you just allow him to just have a good night's rest so he won't do me bad? Can you wake him up on a good note so he won't be too angry to try to dunk on the whole entire team? You feel me? Like, it's not, I don't know, man.
Where his size and speed were almost cheat code territory, but it never felt
like
unfair.
How do you
Some consider prime Kevin Durant a cheat code. 7-footer with a tight handle shooting 50, 40, 90. Absurd. Man. Unicorn. But for me, not quite cheat code territory. Same goes for Jokic. A combination of brute strength, skill, and omnipresence that approaches the threshold, but doesn't quite cross it. The only player that I've seen with my own two eyes that actually felt like he was bending and breaking the game I love was 2016 Steph Curry. I remember what it felt like.
That was sad.
I remember thinking he couldn't keep it up,
that
he would regress back to the mean. I vividly recall watching him and thinking there is no way someone is actually this good at shooting the ball. I remember thinking to myself, I have never seen another player like this. A human cheat code. Although I didn't watch it while it was happening, prime Shaquille O'Neal is the other 21st century cheat code.
True.
A player so big and strong and athletic that it didn't matter how simple and redundant his game was. What exactly are you gonna do about it? Victor Wembanyama has now entered cheat code territory. It is simply unfair.
Yo, Victor Wembanyama, he would do Shaq the worst way possible. Yo, sometimes I really wish there was a dimension where you can put the peak of players and put him in one dimension. Like you walk into his dimension doorway, and you're at your prime self when it comes to basketball, and you can play 1-on-1 with Shaq. Like Wemby would do. This is Wemby at 21. Now Shaq at 21, I haven't seen it. I heard their stories, I heard the tales, but I'm seeing this with my own 2 eyes, and I'm just like, bro, there's no way. Let me know how y'all feel. Let me know how y'all feel, man. I don't want to disrespect Shaq because Shaq has accomplished a lot in this league, but at 21 years old, and I know I'm speaking early, this is way too early in the season to be speaking like this, but at 21 years old, Wemby versus Shaq. Go.
To be this smooth, agile, huge, skilled,
211.
and competitive. Where's the drawbacks? The weaknesses? I recently did a video about the advantage of size in basketball and how if a player was big enough, their size would grant them the ultimate advantage. Pair that with skill and mobility, and he would essentially break basketball. In theory, it sounds awesome, but it's just not possible. There's always going to be some limitation. They're either too big or too stiff or not skilled enough or injury prone. But after seeing what the Monks did to Wemby, I have had to readjust my brain to the fact that a player like this does in fact exist. An archetype so unrealistic, even video games won't let you conjure it up. He just makes everyone else and everything else look really normal. Like, these are all giants, all freak athletes for the most part, and he makes them look like you and me. He just looks so different out there that it's like he's actually preparing for another league above the NBA, and this is just a pit stop for him to polish his game along the way.
For Wemby.
But no, it's the best league on the planet, and he's an alien not from it. Someone said this must have been how basketball fans felt when they first saw Wilt Chamberlain in the late 50s. And that person is probably right.
That's true.
A once-in-a-lifetime physical specimen that just shatters the reality of what you thought was possible on a basketball court. It's not often that players both active and retired concede that they're witnessing something they've never seen before. And this almost never happens, where young fans, old fans, the media, everyone is anointing a player who has yet to turn all their talents into something worthy of hoisting above their head. But the reactions we're seeing to Wemby's game and his talent are not exaggerated. They're not premature. Victor Wembanyama is here, and he really is just that good.
W video, man. Yo, I just clicked. The hell I just clicked on? Hold on. Yo, anyways, bro, I don't know where I'm at right now, but hey, shout out to Jimmy with an excellent video about Victor Wembanyama and literally like his 5th game. A little premature, but I must say I'm entirely with him, okay? Who is this? Hey, bro, I don't know who this dude is. I don't know what video I clicked, but hey, bro, we out of here, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to your boy. We out of here, man.